started in the early days in the 1960s when my father travelled to South Carolina, Greenville in fact, and tried his first fried chicken. He saw an opportunity to create a recipe for the UK, and that's how it all started, purely through a tasty chicken meal in South Carolina. People enjoyed it and they continued to purchase the chicken from us via fish and chip shops. In later years it evolved into its own restaurant with its own name above the door, but in the early days it wasn't, it was just a recipe. My father Arthur developed the brand in 1978. He joined my mother's company, who had a small catering business, and had a passion for flavour and seasonings, and started selling ingredients. By 81, 82, the demand was, we like your taste, but what's it going to be called? It's southern, it's fried and it's chicken. And put that together with a steamboat because that's where he first saw fried chicken in the States. And then by the 90s we'd started opening international restaurants from the Middle East into Eastern Europe. People loved what they saw, they loved the fried chicken that my father produced. And now up to date we're opening in many other parts of the world, in the Caribbean and Martinique and Guadeloupe, La Réunion, and parts of Africa, from Congo and Senegal. So different parts of the world, people have got to hear about us. From the origins of Southern Fried Chicken, my father Arthur developed a unique taste, which we all enjoyed. And his ethos of working with smaller businessmen, individuals, to help them grow in their own future. It was enjoyable for him and also with me, working with partners that become my friends. It's a brand that's worked very successfully now in over 34 countries. You could become a part of that. We can give you the knowledge that we learnt in the early days of how to produce the best tasting chicken. Southern Fried Chicken is not just a brand, it's my personal life story. Having worked in the company now for 41 years, from my mother and father running the company, who gave me an insight into business and helped me on my way working for the family. I do remember in the early days, the recipe was actually developed with a shovel in a bucket in the garage, and we had lots of flour and spices and seasonings. And I was covered in flour helping my dad, I was only a kid. Moments like that bring back the history of the company, how it started in a very small garage to how it is today, a global brand. My wife joined the business around 25 years ago, and with her legal knowledge added a great benefit to the business to make sure we get good partners, to make sure they look after my dad's legacy of Southern Fried Chicken. We opened 6 restaurants in Nigeria, a big step for a little brand, but became a strength in Africa to help the brand grow. We want to deliver and over-deliver what we promise. And it's very important to me that we look after our partners and our customers, and we hope that partners that join us can also understand that legacy and want to continue and grow it in the same way we do. I'm hoping for the next generation. My boys are ready for the future takeover, so it could hopefully be the 3rd generation shortly running the brand. A very important part of the brand is delivering the best tasting chicken. We can only do this by locally sourcing high quality A-grade chicken. We would visit all farms and producers to make sure that it's to our standard. It comes in fresh into the store where we prepare the chicken. It's cut into small pieces so it can be handled, or cut and filleted to make chicken sandwiches and wraps. We then marinate the chicken. That adds succulence, moisture, and also flavour. And then we have our own secret recipe, as it were, but it's a lemon peppered flavoured Southern Fried Chicken coating, where we coat it and then pressure steam it. Pressure steaming means we keep the oil out, so it's 50% less fat than normal frying, and keep the moisture in so it doesn't dry up. Local sourcing of not only chicken, but bread, salad is very important to us as well. So localization of breads, localization of salads and desserts to meet the customer's needs. So we do have to adapt. There's no point in serving something that a local would not eat. So localization is important, But something again we do not do is compromise on the flavour and taste and the quality of our chicken. Environmentally safe packaging, no more plastic bags or plastic cups are allowed in store. And we want to be ethical, we want to look after the environment we're in. We want it simple, looked after, from the farm, fresh delivered to the table. That quality is number one. It's real food and not messed with. I started learning about franchise back in the 80s because I wanted to look after my father's creation and make sure that our partners look after it, learning the skills of training and operational procedures and processes. Because I care about what I do, I wanted to keep the product the same taste as I tried in my dad's kitchen many years ago. The thing we don't have in life is time. By joining a franchise, we can give you that time. The 50 years that we've invested in the family business, we can give you. It's an opportunity that they're starting their own family business. And it can be a tremendous livelihood for them and their family in the future. And that's the main importance of what we're trying to offer. My father gave me an opportunity and it supported my family. Now we're going to support others. They just need to join. Let us train them, let them show them how to produce a successful restaurant business without making the mistakes that we did.